It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day, a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be here with your creative soul life. Greetings, beautiful people, and hello. I'm so glad that you joined us for this live broadcast on making handmade scrubs. This is really, really exciting. I actually made these scrubs for Mother's Day gifts, and it just turned out like it was very, very, very good. If you've never made hand scrubs before, it is so easy. Don't even worry about a thing. The materials and ingredients that you need are basic. We can drop it down to the bare minimum if you want. But what are hand scrubs? So I don't want to take it for granted that you know what hand scrubs are. Hand scrubs, it is a gritty filling type of mixture that you put on your hand as if you were washing your hands. And as you rub your hands together, the grit from what we're using today is sugar. The grit from the sugar actually reaches into your pores and gets rid of all the dead skin cells on your hand. And your hands just like, this feels so good right now. This feels absolutely amazing because my hands are so soft. I use my scrub every single day, and I actually make, you can go wild with these scrubs. Really, there's so much you can do with it. I make myself body scrubs as well, and I switch up the oils, and I switch up the grit that I use for the scrubs. But today, what you'll need, let's start with the ingredients. You'll need some sugar for the grit to take the dead skin cells off of your body, off of your hands. You'll need some oil. The oils that I've chosen, I'm going to get a little closer. The oils that I've chosen today, I have grapeseed oil, olive oil, avocado oil. Now, avocado, okay, all the oils, they're really, really good because they moisturize your skin and they tighten your skin. Every one of them tighten your skin. The grapeseed oil is especially great for dark circles around under your eyes. And the avocado oil, it's thicker and it's very, very rich in vitamin E. And therefore, it's great for the collagen in your skin to thicken your skin. If you feel like your skin is thinning out, especially some of us who gain numbers in our age and we need to take a little bit better care of our body, a great way to do it is with avocado oil. It will thicken your skin. So that's really, really good. Then we have, I'm using for the scent, I'm using flavors. So I have mint extract, cherry extract, and then we have measuring spoons to measure out all the goodies. We have a spoon and a spatula. Okay. And something really nice to put your goodies in. I actually get these sayings from Michael's, and if you can see it, this jar is clear, so you can't see it very well, but it says, look to the future, but not so far as to miss today. OMG. This is really good for me because I'm always anyone who knows me knows that I am a planner. I have so many goals and so many things that I do, so I'm always looking into the future. But what I'm always learning as well to keep myself grounded and balanced is I need to focus on today. If I'm not focused on today, tomorrow may not go as smooth as I was hoping to. So look to the future. So this is advice for you today. Look to the future, but not so far as to miss today. So whatever you put your scrubs in, having nice things, I have nice things all around the house. There's one right here that says, all I need today is a little bit of coffee and a whole lot of Jesus. I'm really good friends with Jesus. I'm not religious, I'm very spiritual, but I'm very good friends with Jesus, so that's cool. And it keeps me encouraged. So whatever you put your feel-good stuff in, have some feel-good sayings on there as well. We'll also need a bowl to mix everything in. Okay, are you ready to have fun? Let's get started. I'm ready. Okay, let's go. So I already know how much of everything I need to put in there. But when you're making something from scratch, especially hand scrubs, which is the subject that we're dealing with today, how do you know how much to put in there, right? So what I do is, if I didn't know, I bought this from Walmart. It's a 4-ounce jar. If I got a 4-pack of these jars for maybe $5 with tax, a little over $5 with tax. So $1.25 per jar. That's pretty cool, and it comes with a screw top lid. So it's worth the money to me. $1.25, blow that on all kinds of stuff, right? So these little cute jars, it says 4 ounces on the box, so I already know how much the fill would be, right? And if you don't know, what you would do is just fill up your jar, your plastic container, whatever you're going to put your scrub in, fill it up with sugar all the way to the brim. All the way to the brim, okay? And then pour the sugar out. So I'll just show you as if I didn't already know how much we're going to need. Usually I would have a measuring cup out here. Because I know this is 4 ounces, I would just take my measuring cup and pour 4 ounces of sugar in there. But since we're going to be creative and pretend like we don't know today, I'm going to fill this up with sugar to the top. Okay. And sugar spilling is a given. Every time I make hand scrubs, I've never done it completely clean. But that's okay. I mean, sugar, right? It spills. It's such small granules. Okay. So now my container is filled to the top with azúcar, sugar in Spanish, okay? Now take the sugar and pour it in the bowl. Pour it, pour it, pour it in the bowl. Pour it, pour it, pour it in the bowl. Pour it, pour it, pour it in the bowl. Pour it. Okay, there's nothing left in there. I'm just having so much fun. Okay, now that the sugar is poured into the bowl, the next thing that we're going to fill the bowl with for our hand scrub is oil. Okay, I do this all the time. Every time I say oil, I have to go, oil. Have you seen the Wiz when they're, get on down the road, right? And the Tin Man, he's stuck and he's trying to get free and he's like, oil, right? That's your hands when they're dry, which is what we're doing today. Oil, right? Okay, so we need some oil. The first type of oil that we're going to put in the bowl is olive oil. So there's 4 ounces of sugar in this bowl. How do you know how much oil to use? This is going to be trial and error. So feel free to put a little bit first. Because if you put too much, you can't take it out. If you don't put enough, then you can always add a little bit more. And we do have 3 oils here. Your hand scrub can be too oily. You don't want to feel like you're washing your hands in butter. If you were trying to do that, that's a whole different show. But we're not. We want to moisturize our hands, not coat them in oil to where they're just oily and you're getting oil everywhere. So let's start with a little bit. Let's start with 1 teaspoon of each one of the oils. And then we'll test it and see how that feels, okay? So we're going to pour a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, okay? Let's do it. That was easy. And now, we're going to put some grapeseed oil in the bowl. Done. Same measurement, 1 teaspoon. Now this avocado oil is much thicker than all the rest of the oils. Whatever type of oil you use, test it on your fingers first and you can kind of get a feel of what it's going to do in your hand scrub mixture. So I'm going to use half the portion of this avocado oil because it's a really, really thick oil. So 1/2 teaspoon of avocado oil. It's so thick and rich. I mean, you have to look at this oil. Can you see it? You see how that's just pouring? It's just so beautifully rich. So I'm going to pour that into my mixture, and I'm going to pour the rest of the oil. I mean, this oil is in my hand. I'm about to rub it into my skin because it's just dope like that. Okay. It's a great moisturizer for all of your skin. Can you see my skin shining now? Look at that. I mean, this stuff is so good. You see that? Look at that. Is that a dance? Is that like one of those new dances? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, so now we're going to mix it with the spatula, okay? And this is where we're going to test and see. Now I want to show you how this looks. Can you see how that's chunking up? You really have to begin to mix that in well. I'm trying to get the right kind of angle so you can see. It chunks up. So you really want to mix that in very well, because you don't want chunky scrub. You want it evenly distributed, all the oil evenly distributed within your scrub. So I'm just kind of folding. I'm folding the oil into the sugar. And then it just spreads itself. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, but this feels a little dry for me. Now the amount of oil that we just put into our mixture is perfect for people who already have very well moisturized skin, and all you want to do is just scrub the dead skin cells off. You're not really trying to add any extra oils into your skin. If you already have extra oily skin, this mixture right here is probably perfect for you. If you have extra dry skin, we're going to double the portion, okay? So let's just go ahead and double the portion. I want a double portion of blessings. Hey, a double portion of, what rhymes with blessings? I don't know what rhymes with blessings. I was going to try and flow, but it didn't quite go like that. Okay, so let's just go back to what we were doing. Olive oil, another teaspoon of olive oil. Done. And then you can test it right here and see if that's enough. But I already know how I like my scrub, so I'm going to add in another teaspoon of grapeseed oil and then a half teaspoon of avocado oil. Done. And 1/2 teaspoon of avocado oil. And it's in there. It's in there. Okay. So now we're just going to fold and really mix this oil into the sugar very well. Mix it, mix it, mix all about it, mix it, mix it, mix all about it, mix it, mix it, mix all about it, mix it. That looks cool. Mix all about it. I'm not going to go down any further because this whole spatula just might flip, and then sugar, oil, yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to keep mixing. Okay, that looks mixed in very well, very well. Now we're going to add in the thing. Hey, add in the thing. Hey, okay. Pure mint extract is what I'm going to use. Now, this is really, really strong. Use your senses to let you know. Let you know. Oh, it smells so. Oh, it's so refreshing. Mint is just a nice smell. Oh, It just smells so, it just feels like you have to really open yourself up when you're eating or you're tasting or you're smelling. Really use your senses. Don't just, oh, that was nice, because you could have an experience. You know how drugs can send you into this euphoric experience? Well, you can do, our senses are made to naturally send us into these altered states of just feeling so doggone good. And that's how I feel. Every time I smell it, it's just, I can feel the scent just go down and just spread out. It feels really nice. It feels nice. And did you know smelling can give you a feeling? That's what it's doing. It feels really nice. Okay. Let's use 1/4 teaspoon, because this is a really strong scent, of each one of the extracts, or you can go use, like, if Michael's or Hobby Lobby, they have these really great scents for soaps or candles. You can go search through those aisles and those departments to find soaps for, or find scents for soaps and oils, or oils that you put, scents for oils, scents for candles, and use that as well. I like using the extracts because it has alcohol in it, and the alcohol gives me a nice little balance for the oil. It dries out a little bit of the oil, so my hands aren't too oily. It's just a really nice alchemy. So I really like the balance. Okay, I can already smell it. Oh, I can smell it. It feels, but I want more because I still can smell oil. You shouldn't smell oil. If you smell oil, your hands are going to smell like oil when you wash your hands, and that's just not really sexy. Like, oh, baby, aren't you ready to eat? Don't you want to just fry me? I smell good, huh? Right? No, you don't. Okay. All right. So we're going to add some more scent. I've got cherry extract, and that just smells nice. Okay. 1/2 teaspoon. And it's in there. And now we're just going to mix it up. I'm getting it off the spatula because the spatula tends to gather the material and just clump it up. So I want all of it. I don't want to leave any of it. I don't like wasting money. So I want to keep all of it in here and actually use it. Now I smell it. It smells great, but I would like a bit of a stronger scent. So I'm going to add in another 1/4 teaspoon of each one of the scents. Cherry's going first since it's still open. I have to remember to close my tops because way too many times I make handmade jewelry as well. I've spilled stuff all over the place. And it's just like, oh man, I don't want to clean it up. I don't want to clean it up. But if I don't, who's going to? So I just learned to be proactive and put the top on, right? Now let's put another 1/4 teaspoon of mint extract. Whoops, I put a little bit extra. It's going to be extra good. Okay. Now we're going to mix this up very well. That smells, oh, that's it right there. That's it right there, Stein. You know what I mean? Yummy. Yeah. Okay, no. All right. So we're just going to mix this up and mix it very well because you don't want a portion of your scrub to be stronger than the other, and then you have like the bottom of your scrub smelling like olive oil. Although all these oils are really good for your skin, the smell of them is kind of like, right? So you don't want to smell like olive oil. Although grapeseed oil sounds nice, you don't want to smell like grapeseed oil, and you don't want to smell like avocado oil either. However, avocado oil does not have as much of a strong scent as olive oil, but it's still, you still can tell that you want some pretty something up in there. Okay, so this is mixed very nicely. And I'm going to just test it really quickly. Oh, see, on my spatula it's really wet. It should not feel wet like that. That tells me all my extract was gathered on my spatula. So I'm going to mix this in some more. And then I'm going to test it and wash my hands before I package it. Yeah, that feels, I actually think just looking at it, I can tell I want more oil in there. So I'm going to add another, we did a teaspoon before. I'm going to do a half teaspoon of olive oil and a half teaspoon of grapeseed oil. When I cook, I do the same thing. I just freestyle my way all the way through. However, I will be coming out with a recipe book for you all. Cooking recipes, green juice recipes, hand scrub recipes. We've got so much stuff coming for you. Okay, I did the grapeseed oil and the olive oil, and I'm going to do a quarter teaspoon or an eighth teaspoon of the avocado oil. It's just like a little tiny drop, like it's an eighth teaspoon is really small. Well, I don't need very much. I just want a little bit of extra something, something, wham, pound, thank you, ma'am. You dig what I'm saying? Okay. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? I can. That thing, I've been stretching. Can you see how high that shoulder goes up? That's what stretching will do for you. Okay. Okay. All right, so now it's time to test the scrub. Test the scrub, baby. All right, let's see how this works. So I've got a little bit of the scrub in my hands. And I'm going to wet my hands. Just a little bit of water. And then you rub your hands together on the outside. And then I'm going to come a little closer. I'm not going to mix up everywhere. But can you see, you just really scrub, get in between your fingers on the outside. And especially your palms. It just feels so good on your palms. You wouldn't even realize how much we don't pay attention to the palms of our hands during the day. It's like a nice little massage. Scrub it. Scrub it very well and then rinse it off. Oh, my hands feel just silky, smooth, soft. Your hands will feel it too. And then dry your hands off. Wow, my hands look great. Can you see that? Don't they just look smooth? Can you feel it? Feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. Okay. It feels really, really, really nice. Okay, so this is perfect. Nothing else needs to happen here. We're just going to package up the scrub, and we're all set to go. So you just scoop it out. I use a spoon, and I just scoop it right into my container. And then you close the top, and you're all done, baby. That's it. Clean up the side a little bit. Clean off the bottom. There you have it. Handmade, homemade hand scrub in less than 30 minutes. Thanks for joining us. Love you. See you on the next live broadcast.